a tripod stand. I think that should be it. Just final balancing it. Okay, so I'm live. Hello if anybody's, whoever's watching it. I've not really done an armchair live before. Most of the time it's just done in the car outside. But I've been busy lately. It's my days off. Although I've just had the 6 days off, so I'm back to work tomorrow. I'm just checking a few things here. So it's visible, it's fine. Yeah, so like the thumbnail implies, it's just an armchair, right? An armchair live with a beer. I've got myself a nice cold pint of Belgian Best. Or can, just under a pint. So I'm going to have that. It's a shitty night, it's pissing with rain. The car's still in the garage for its engine reconditioning, the engine overhaul. So I just borrow my dad's car when I need it. Like, it's good. Going to melt that. So this is day 6 of my rest days. Back on again tomorrow for 7 days in a row, and then off again for 1 day, and then off for the weekend. I've done a swap with one of the bus drivers, so I can actually get to go to the Micro World Cup banger racing at Lochgelly Raceway in Fife, because originally I was going to be working, so I was able to get that swap done, which is good. So I'll be getting footage of that from the channel as well. Just trying to get a wee bit closer and better than that, because it seems to be a bit further back. I'm just mucking about here, basically the settings, and excuse me, I don't know if this is really gonna, but yeah, like I said, I've been quite busy with my channel lately. You probably noticed I put up a few videos regarding a couple of the old buses that I've travelled on last Saturday at Edinburgh. They had an Edinburgh running day, vintage vehicle running day. It started off from Haymarket in Edinburgh and went to Joppy Beach, which is on the east side of east edge of Edinburgh. So it was kind of like central. It wasn't, because Haymarket's in the centre area of Edinburgh. So it was probably about a good 6 miles bus journey from Haymarket to Joppy Beach and back again. So when we got to Joppy Beach, they just sort of, it was just a wee lay-by. Sort of just hung around there with the buses and got pictures and etc. And then they would turn and go back to Haymarket. But they didn't hang around at Haymarket because it's so busy there. So they just basically turned. And along the route you were able, was picking up fellow bus spotters, all for free, so they could sample out these buses. So I tried 2 buses, Leyland Atlantean, an old Leyland Atlantean, and Volvo Ilsa, the Van Hill-bodied Mark 1. So I spent most of my time on that because I'm a Volvo Ilsa fan. So I've got good videos of that. That's on my channel. And then later on that night I went to Lochgelly Raceway in Fife and got the banger racing. Got the footage for that, so that's also up on my channel. And I've got the big banger race event coming up on the 14th and 15th October at Lochgelly Raceway. It's the World Cup bangers, micro bangers. So over the 2 days, it's going to be the biggest event. Will be the Saturday, that's the World Cup, and then the Sunday I think it's like a Scottish Cup or something, part A and part B. Anyway, so it's either like a continuation of the World Cup or it's a separate thing, like maybe the Scottish Cup on the Sunday. But there's meant to be like a good turnout, supposedly about 60 bangers, micro bangers turning up for that. So I say initially I didn't think I was going to manage because I was due rostered on, but luckily I got a swap, so I will be going and I will be recording the footage for it. Hello, whoever's joined us. um, yeah, so that'll be getting, looking forward to that event at Lochgelly. And then the way the work is, the holidays and the work, I just had my summer holidays here in September, and I've got my winter holidays in November. So it's not much time between them, but I'm going to have to think of something to go somewhere, and kind of thinking of going down towards, well, we're actually thinking of visiting the English town of Oxford, because I've been hearing a lot of things about this 15-minute city thing, and I'm not for it, by the way. I don't support 15-minute cities at all. It's not what I don't like the thought of it or the concept of it. To me, it just seems like a freedom destroyer. I don't want that. But I'm just going to go down to see what it's like, because I like to learn firsthand. I like to go to these places and just see what's happening, see what's going on. But I believe that in Ipswich, I'm probably going to push this 15-minute city caper everywhere. I mean, that's just my view. I don't like it personally. I like freedom. The 15-minute city, along with this Yule's ultra low emission zone. But I'm not going to rant on that. I did that on the last video. I'm not going to be doing that on this. But all that stuff, as far as I can say, is just, it takes away your freedom. So I don't like the thing at all. But that'll be for November anyway. Then, as I say, I'm going to plan on going down that way, have a look at Oxford. I'll get footage of what I could see down there. Then I'll go to, I was thinking of going to Blackpool as well. So I'll have to sort of coordinate my journey. I'll go down either to Blackpool first, visit Blackpool for a couple of nights or whatever, and then continue on down south to Oxford. I'll also, as I say, when I travel these long distances, I like to try and do it efficiently. I like to try and cover as much as possible when I'm down there. So that the journey is a long journey, so I like to be able to make it worthwhile. I'd rather just go down for one subject, I'd rather go down for lots of subjects, because I'm covering so much distance. So, Oxford, Blackpool, I'll be looking into visiting those. I'll also be wanting to see if there's any other banger racing events down in England when I go there. So I'll have to check the calendars and see what's available, what's actually happening as far as that's going. If there's any big banger meetings, I could see if I could coordinate that in with the journey, and get the footage of that as well. So the latest video I just put up there was regarding bus mystery. It's a very long story, but it's basically what got me into buses. The bus that's in there is, on the picture, it's a Van Hool Mikado Mark 1 Volvo Ilsa, and it looks so much like what I remember Tayside's 36-50 looking like when they had, as I call it, when they had their old engines. If you watch the video that I put up, just the latest video that I uploaded, not this, because this is a live, but the actual upload video, if you look at that, then you'll get a much better idea of what I'm referring to. But it's a big story, there's a lot of stuff involved, a lot of stuff to mention. I try to put it in a nutshell, but that Van Hool Mikado bodied Mark 1 Volvo also does look like a very canny resemblance of what the Tayside 36-50 looked like, especially in the livery as well. The brown seats in it, albeit they were darker brown seats in 36-50, the Tayside ones. The Van Hool was more this kind of slightly different material, but it was still brown seats. And that was one of the main things that I noticed about 36-50, the Tayside ones, was the seat colours. When I was young, before I really knew about the models, I just referred to the buses by the shapes of the windows, like the top front window. I like to look at that. The seat colours as well. But it's just amazed me though about the inspector that remembers these buses. The one that I spoke to back in 1994. I was amazed what he remembered. In fact, what I asked him to do was to sketch down what he remembered, details of the bus, the model, so that there wasn't any preconceived ideas. So what he drew in his sketch was very, very similar to 36-50 in the design. You know, a lot of the design features resembled 36-50. So, and that's the only model of bus that had these features, and he remembered them at a date where the records and everything, and a lot of people, 99% of people remember them coming well after that date. Even the model coincide with that date, because that model is like the 1981 model, yet it was remembered as far back as the 70s. What I remember is I was like living in Cheviot from 75 to 1980. I remember them at the later part of the 70s, which is before 1981, but because of the distinct body shape, I remember a lot of these features. And it's been put to me that I've been mistaken by other model of buses, but the other models of buses around at that time didn't look really anything like 36-50. However, that Van Hool McArdle body Mark 1 does look like 36-50, and it is an official Mark 1. It's known by everybody as a Mark 1. There's no any saying it never existed before, because the model does look so like the RV type bodywork on 36-50, which came out apparently in 1981. But yeah, that mystery's never left me. I've always been intrigued by it, and it's what got me into buses. So there'll be more bus things as well, more bus rallies that I'll be going to. I'll get videos of that. Next year, I'm hoping to arrange with the owner and organise a day with that Van Hool McArdle body Mark 1 PSG 825R. I hope to be able to bring it, hire it if you like. The owner will drive it there, and I was a passenger, and if I could ask him to drive it on the old routes that 36-50 worked on, which was the Dundee Whitfield Service 17 route, 15 and 17 route, that would be I'd be very happy. That would be a trip down memory lane, alright, and it would be so unique and amazing as well. The bus being a Mark 1, looking like how I remember 36-50 being, with something like the Mark 1s. Apparently never existed, but there's this bus that does exist, and it's, you know, this Van Hool bodied. Although Van Hool's got nothing to do with Alexander RV, the bodywork looks very similar, but to see one of those again driving around Dundee will be I'll be amazed. I'll really like that day. I'll be looking forward to that one. Oh yeah. I will obviously have to organise the fuel, the cost, the time, and organise it with others that are wanting to come as well. If there's other people wanting to, I'll put the word round, and hopefully there'll be others that will join me on that. Because the more people that go, the cost will be, the cost will be the same, but per head it'll be cheaper. Obviously, if you split the cost over more people. But it is my idea. That would be real important for me to, it's because I remember it. Some of you remember I grew up with it. Belhaven best. I visited the distillery, by the way, in Belhaven. That was last year, or was the year before. Belhaven is distilled in a place called Belhaven, which is next to, joined to Dunbar. The east coast Scottish town of Dunbar, just south of Edinburgh. Well, Belhaven's a small sort of town joined to it, and it's got its own distillery, Belhaven Distillery, and I toured it and done a video of it as well. It's on my channel if you're interested to watch it. But yeah, that's where this was distilled, one of my favourite beers. So the other things I was going to show were there, because you might notice in the wee caption, trip down memory lane, was I was tidying up the house and emptying out cupboards and stuff, and I came across old medals from the school, old certificates and photographs and that. I was a lot fitter when I was at the school. I wish I was as fit again, but that's just some of the ones. That was when I was at 1987, Hillside Primary, which is no longer here. That's been bulldozed. and I've got a video of that as well on my channel. Oh, hi, not bad. Hello, how are you doing yourself? Hope you're doing fine. Yeah, I haven't really looked at the chat yet, but there's one of them came through. Yeah, hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, Daniel. Yeah, I'd like to thank all my viewers and subscribers as well, by the way, if you're watching this. If you're watching it now or later or whenever. Obviously, thank every one of them that's subscribed. Yeah, and I've got plenty more videos planned to come up on the channel. Like I said, the stock car banger racing and that. They're good. Working on the buses tomorrow. Oh God, aye. Back to work tomorrow. Oh jeez, aye. Don't remind me. Yeah, late shifts anyway, so I always work late shifts, 4 day week late, so yeah, back to work tomorrow. Yeah, 7 days in a row. Great. But no, it's got to be done. It's just got to get on with it. Just got to get on with it. It's a job, so it pays the bills. So it's just some more than medals I dug it. I've got loads of them in the box, but I'll just have to dug it a few of them. Just now, like, I'm going to have to get them all polished up because they are a bit mucky, like they've been stored in the cupboard for decades. So that was where I was at school. They'd all because PE was the strongest. Well, physics was actually physics was probably that, and PE, physical education, or gym, sport, basically sports, PE as it was called. These two were the strongest subjects for me. Like, I love science, physics. Physics was good. I done well. Yeah, I done alright in that. I got a B+ higher. It's a little certificate here. Yeah, B+ higher. Miniso High School. Physics B. I beat my mate at it because he was good B. He liked science, but he was more into chemistry. He done physics as well, but I got a higher one. But he's really clever now. He's right at computing. I was crap at computers, but that's just all the certificates. I dug all these out the box, so I'm just showing them all off now. Like, I'm gonna have to get them all. Like, I've only got a handful of them here just now. I've got loads of them, but I've got all these certificates. But no, my strongest subjects was physics and sport. I think I got a 3 for maths, and I took a few modules in maths. I wasn't that great at English. I only got a 4 for that. I was absolutely crap at computing. I was crap at RE, religious education. I was rubbish at that. I was rubbish at history and Muslim studies. I just wasn't good at that at all. Geography, I should have done better than that because I love travelling. Unfortunately, that wasn't a good subject for me either. Art and design, I liked. So I think the strongest subjects were definitely physics, science, physics, sports physics, techie. I was better at that. I liked that. I miss all these days. Like, I've got the certificates in the box, so I'm not digging them at now. But I miss it. It was Miniso High School. I should have brought the wee badge. I left it. There's no other way to dig it now. Can't be bothered. But I'll maybe do a wee slideshow for the trip down memory lane because I've got footage of the Miniso High School getting demolished early on, like one of the earliest videos on my channel. Oops, nearly not doing. What am I on the moon? I can't start time. You know this. I've got my duties there, but I just need to start time. Once you get, so alright, I know that the moon. I can't remember what I'm on the moon. It's on my duty bit, but it doesn't really matter. I find it though. Obviously, I'd love to know what I'm on, but I just don't know. I'd be thinking about work just now. It's funny that I'm talking about buses, which is my work. Bus wins holiday. What was I going to say? Oh, there's a picture as well. Just stop that for fun over. This is one of the old photos that I've got quite a few photos, but this is one of the ones from 1989, September. Try and get a clearer one than that. Just that light reflecting off it. Oh, that's come out well. I'll cover it a wee bit. That's maybe better, that was old. September 1989. I was 14 in that. Like I say, I've got the box, so I'm not going to go into that now. I just took just a few of them out, because I was really chuffed when I found all these again. I thought I'd never see these again. To be honest, I thought I forgot all about them. I didn't even know I had all that stuff. I don't know where the heck they went. I haven't seen them for decades, that stuff. So it's just tucked, squat. I was thrown in I was in a box, and these boxes have been moved around. I've never got a chance to get into them. The cover clear out and they're tidy up. And there's, jeez, all that stuff. I mean, it's really good when you come across old things like that. It's priceless. You can't put a price on memories, you know. I was really glad to have found these, and I've got other things as well, you know, from that era. And cherish. Never ever throw photos or old stuff out like that. And sorry I left these models to end up in the state that the medals rather. I'm gonna have to get them tidy and, you know, tidy them up a bit, polish them up, because these were all. Actually, that light's just deflecting off it. You know, this might be better. Yeah, see, rugby was I was alright. I was good at that. Rugby, sports. Try to show you them as best as I could. But I've got a few others in the box there that I'm not going to dig all. It's just the wee worlds. But I've got the other one, the Arts and Briggs Award for the judo, but somewhere in the cupboard. I ain't digging that out just now. No danger in me doing that. It's just a pain digging through all that shit to get to it. But in another video, maybe have them all presented and polished up, and I could go and brag and show them all off. When I was at school, I'll tell you now, I wish I was a lot fitter. I was fitter back then, and I wish I was fitter and stronger back then. And I really miss that. So good health is very important. When you're young, you know, I just didn't appreciate it, just took it for granted. But when you get older and you look back and you think, yep, definitely good health, very important, very important. You should look after yourself if you're young and stay healthy, because I never really took that for, I just took it for granted now, and now look back on that and think, God, you know, I was third fastest in high school at running. Try that now, jeez. My other classmate, one of my other classmates, he's very fit. He could still do it, but he does it in short bursts. Like, he's more sort of sprinter, marathon-like thing. I think my fitness now is more for long distance hiking, hill walking, hiking. You know, with the hike club, I could walk for miles and miles with a big heavy backpack. I could do that. I've done that, and I still do that to this day with the hike club. That keeps my fitness level to a level. I certainly won't be giving that up. In terms of speed, you know, for quickness, I was a lot fitter back then. I don't think I would have that. Well, never say never. I mean, you know what I mean? You know, I don't get any younger, but I would really miss all these things. Just looking at them, look at the old photos and how much thinner I was back then. I was obviously a lot taller for my age, like, which was to my advantage. But I was quite, you know, I was pretty strong. I'll give it that. I wouldn't deny that. Like, I wish I were as strong as I was. I think I was able to lift, what, 30. We were mucking about once with a mate. He was a big guy, and he was giving my other mate a fireman's lift, and I was able to lift them both up. I was in 1990, and I roared, and I must have been about total weight about 28 stone, because he was very heavy, like, and my other mate was on the, so it was about 20, I think he was 18, and my other mate was 19 stone, no, he was 18 stone, and my other mate was 9 stone, or 10 stone, so it was about 28 stone I was able to lift. I was like, great. But I would never dare do that now. But when you're young and stupid, you know, you could have done my back and anything, but it was a different era back then. You climb up buildings, onto roofs and stuff, and yeah, health and safety was always there, but it's not like they just done things, you know, I climbed up on the Minnesota Water Tower. It was me and another pal, you remember, like, I won't name him, but the scaffolding, and you've seen the Minnesota Water Tower, how tall that is. I've been on the roof of that. You know, that's how stupid daft we were. A lot fitter back then. But yeah, it was good to see all these things, you know, all these school stuff. I was stuck in it hard at school. I've not been. It was just I see the charts on there. But yeah, I'm going to get these models. I'm going to get these medals and trophies and that, medals anyway. I'm going to get them cleaned up, polished up. get them displayed properly again. The photo is a bit mucky. I'm going to have to give that a bit of a clean, but I've got to be careful I don't damage the actual photo. They've been in a box for decades, and I forgot I even had them. But yeah, it's the old memories. And if you look back on the channel, as I say, if you want to see Meenas High School being demolished, it's on my channel. I've also got footage of a last look inside Meenas High School. Just look in the classrooms and corridors of that. That is also on my channel, right at the start of my channel. Because my YouTube channel only started doing YouTube at the start of the pandemic, at the start of March 2020. During March, when 2020 was that year was just. Well, anyway, that's when I started doing YouTube, and because I had bugger all else to do, basically. So I didn't ever think I would do it, but I was able to have all this time to do things that I thought I wouldn't, like going on Facebook and doing YouTube. I never ever thought I'd ever do that until 2020, because that was a very strange year. There was nothing happening as far as, well, you know what happened that, well, you may know what happened that year, and sure most people will. The whole world was turned upside down, wasn't it? The whole lifestyles were altered, and things will probably never go back to the way they were pre-March 2020. And who benefits from that, I wonder. But I'm not naming it. I know you're reading that one. It's a bizarre year. It's just a lot of bizarre things happening anyway. But anyway, never mind that. Go back to my channel right at the start, which is, I don't know how many videos I've got, like 500-600 videos I think. If you just scroll right back, or even better, just type in Chris Reynolds Meenas High School and you'll get the footage of the old school being demolished and the footage I've taken inside it. Also, I went to Hillside Primary School from 1980 to 1987. I've got footage of that being part of it being demolished. Didn't get much of that, unfortunately, but I did get some demolition footage of that. I got footage inside the building, a last look around. I had the building myself practically, which was great. I got permission, obviously. Schools were obviously not on, but I was able to get footage inside. One last look for memories, typical memory lane. So that was good. That too is on my channel. I got footage of Hillside being demolished. I've also got footage, well, some of it being demolished, not much of it. I've got footage of the aftermath of Hillside, what's there now, which is still waste ground. Likewise with Meenas High School. So yeah, what else am I going to say? Yeah, it was a video article, that's what it was. It was an article, Hillside Primary School, my article or something. So it was right back on the early videos on my channel. And you'll see that there. If you're interested, if anybody's watching this that's from Meenas High School or Hillside, or anybody that just wants to see it for whatever reasons they want to see it, then feel free to watch it. It's on my channel. So yeah, there we go. It's just a wee blur on just tell you what I'm doing, and I've got plenty of plans for my channel. I've not had the chance to do many of the in-car series at the moment because, as you know, my car's getting its engine overhauled, and I don't want to be commandeering my dad's car too much. So once I get my car back, I'll be able to do the in-car series, Point to Point with Stu Jennings' channel, and Keane as well, if he's interested in doing that. Also some of the geocaching, midnight cruises. I could do all that again once I get my car back. Which my dad will mind just using his car now and again, but I don't want to go and sort of commandeer it too much, but that'll be coming back if you like that. If there's any suggestions, anything you want me to put on, places you want me to go to, just give us a text or one of the wee comments or chat or something, and I'll see if I could visit these places. I still want to do the derelict buildings and derelict places, and that's still on the cards. I haven't forgotten about that. I'm going to get around to doing that at some point, exploring the old buildings. And there's channels out there, like I think it's Urban Explorer or something. I think they do that kind of thing as well. Well, they do it all the time professionally, I'm sure, like, you know. But that's a sort of like a similar idea to that, what they do, you know, go in the old buildings, derelict buildings, and get footage and share it on the channel, and I'd like to do more of that. So I think I'll finish this beer and I'm gonna, yep, it's empty. Cheers. So, it's a shitty night, it's just pissing me rain out there. It's just a night to stay in, basically. It's been quite bizarre. See that Sunday, the Sunday past, the weather was just odd. It felt odd. It felt really close. And the light level was quite dim. But the cloud level didn't warrant enough. There wasn't enough cloud to warrant the dimness. In other words, wasn't overly, it was cloudy and overcast, but not enough to make it that dim. Because other days there's been even more cloud and it's been even lighter. And it varies throughout the day. The temperature that Sunday was, it felt really like there wasn't very much oxygen. It felt close. Not really clammy, it just felt like the air was very thin. And it's when you take a breath, it was like, normally if you take one breath, it should feel like you've taken one breath. Well, it felt like that if you took one breath out, you were only getting maybe 2/3 of a breath, 3/4 of a breath. So I felt not breathless. There's nothing wrong with me because it had something to do with the weather or something. Geoengineering, I don't know. Again, geoengineering is a theory. I've heard of geoengineering, let's put it like that. And I don't know what's going on, but it's just bizarre. I've mentioned all that before on my channel, but just certainly on the Sunday past there, the light level was too dull, and everything just felt really weird. It felt like the air was really, really thin. Sometimes it feels as though time's just flying by at the rate of knots, you know. It's certainly sped up by a factor of 2 as well, like, but it's kind of, I don't know, it's an odd feeling. It's like the light as well, the way the street lighting was, and the sort of thinness in the air, and because it was getting dusk as well on the Sunday at that point, it wasn't really, even during the day, the light level was too low for the amount of cloud that was around. Didn't want it to be that dark. But when it started getting to twilight and dusk, when the lights and that, and here and out there, it's just something feel odd. A weird feeling, like it's like you're still in a dream, like you're still in your bed. It's like, is this day, you know, is it a day, or am I still sort of, it's a weird, odd feeling. It's like it just doesn't feel like a fulfilled day. It just didn't feel like it was exerting that much, doing much, because I'd never really done an awful lot. And there's days like that, it's an odd feeling. It's like you're still in, it's like you're not really getting anywhere. Even when you go outside, you're still homebound or tilt in the house, and a close sort of feeling. It doesn't feel like an adventurous day. Like when it's a nice bright day and the light levels are the way they're supposed to be, if you go out somewhere, you feel like you're actually going out, and you feel fresh, and you feel like you're having a proper day. Your day feels like it's been filled. You could come home, you feel, and you think this has been a good day. But these days it's like, well, that Sunday, for example, felt like it was just like a hungover day. It's like you're still sort of half sleeping. It's a bizarre feeling, an odd feeling. I've heard these things before. It's nothing wrong with me, but it's just something to do with the weathers, because other days it's been really, you feel great. Because when you get like the original, well, yeah, but I'll just say it because if you go online you'll get it anyway, but the original sun back, when you had the original sun, the proper light levels, you know, nice warm golden sun, and when the weather had the proper seasons, you look at the window and you can see that it's fresh, it's bright, you just want to go out and adventure. But other days, that could be the exact opposite. You look out there, even though the cloud level's the same, the light level's low. It feels like it's still 10 o'clock. You can maybe imagine it like this in the summer when when it gets dark very late. Well, imagine it's about 10 o'clock at night in the summer. Well, some days it could feel like when you get up in a late bed, I might get up fairly late, but when you get up maybe, in my case, 10:30 in the morning, in the middle of the afternoon, winning up actually, and I look out the window in the middle of the afternoon, once I've been up for an hour or so, you look at the window and it looks like it's about 10 o'clock would feel like in the evening on the summer. And that's just the start of the day. Even sometimes in the morning, if I get up even early, if I get up early for something, it could feel like, say I get up at 10 o'clock in the morning, I look at the window and it feels like it's what the summer lights are like at 10 at night. It's like the day's over and I just go up. And it's like that all day. And the cloud level doesn't warrant that. It just feels awful. It feels like it's time, it just doesn't feel like a day. It doesn't feel right at all. And that's happening quite a lot lately. It's a bizarre feeling. And sometimes you see house lights on, car lights on, street lights on during the afternoon. It should never be like that. And the cloud, as I say, the cloud level doesn't warrant that. There's not enough cloud for it to be like that. So it's almost like the sun, that's what we are told anyway, the primary light source is dimmed. Or it could be, I've heard other theories about the sun, sun simulators, all these things. How many people have actually went up first hand and saw the sun for themselves to prove that it's there, other than what we've been taught about the sun, what we're taught the physics, and stuff like that. 93 billion miles away, ball of fire, etc. And it never changes, or it does, it's very, very, negligible here. Sunstorms and all that stuff. But I don't need to know all that. I just know what I remember, and I just look up there and I know what I could see, and I could compare what I remember to what I see, and I know there's a difference, and I know how I feel, and I know that there is an effect with the weather, with regarding the weather patterns, the sun, the light levels, the air pressure, everything. There's definitely something odd about it, because it affects your feeling, it affects your mood as well. But yeah, as I say, it was like a kind of close hungover day. I was like, even though I wasn't drinking the night before, I don't really drink much anyway. I can't because I'm driving most of the time. That's just one, that'll be it. I don't drink anymore. But yeah, it's quite bizarre. Anyway, that's probably about it. It's just a wee blather. We're going to go get a few other things done. So stay tuned anyway, see what else I put on my channel. And thanks for watching. Okay, thanks for all those that have joined in and commented. So one last look in here. Not much. Okay, catch you later. Bye for now.